Hello and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stampin' with Connie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. It is Wednesday morning, and I would like to welcome you to Coffee with a Splash of Inspiration. I don't have coffee on the go this morning. I was up earlier. It's not really a New Year's resolution, but it's okay. It's the new year, and how are we gonna do things? So I'm thinking I want to try and go to bed a little earlier at night, get up a little earlier in the morning. I am most productive in the morning hours. I get tired at night and I have no energy. So I'm thinking I should get up early, use my energy time of day and get things done and enjoy the morning hours a little bit more. So kind of trying to do that, but it means my coffee is gone well before 9:30. But hopefully you'll have a nice cup and you can sit back and join me while I do a little bit of crafting today. So what do I need to share? For any of my customers, just so you are aware, we have started into ski season, and many of you know I am a ski instructor. So I am now working part-time as a ski instructor, as well as continuing on with my crafting business, kind of full-time with all the hours that are left anyway. So if you are trying to reach me on a Tuesday, Friday, or Saturday, please be patient. I am probably working and I'm on the hill and I'm not going to be able to answer your calls or respond to your text messages or whatever. Feel free to send them. Feel free to call. Leave me a message. Let me know what's up and how I can help you and all the rest of it. I will absolutely get back to you. Might just take a little longer than other days when I'm working in my craft studio, doing craft studio sorts of things. So, okay, that's the today's message brought to you by winter. So I am just going to get this up onto my other device here. So if you are joining me this morning, do say hello. Let me know that you are watching and you are with me. And I am going to flip my camera down and show you what we are going to be working with today. There we go. Okay, so I have here, obviously, some designer series paper. This is from the Day at the Farm designer series paper, and it is something that you could earn for free with a $60 qualifying order, purchasing absolutely anything you want from Stampin' Up! Right now. So January, February, Celebration. We love Celebration. Helps us stretch our craft dollar and make our budget go a little further this time of year. So you get to select a free item with any $60 purchase. Look at this. Isn't this fun? Hey, Beth, thanks so much for joining me. Okay, I have to ask because I was thinking I need to get in touch with you and see how your wrist is doing. Not sure how easy it'll be for you to type to tell me, but I do hope your wrist is on the mend. Hope you're doing okay. So anyway, isn't this fun? Look, pigs and sheep and cows, and so lots of fun, and even more fun when you can get it free. And here are the backs. The backs are, more muted, more monotone types of patterns, great for backgrounds. And here's a scene from the pasture, and we're actually going to use some of this paper today. And look at this. Oh, I want to buy several packs of this paper just to get this one sheet. Broken arm. Oh my goodness, I thought it was just your wrist. Oh no, a whole broken arm. Oh, that's not fun. Oh dear. Well, hopefully you are on the mend. And then we have this balmy blue piece that is also nice. So that is the designer series paper. And as whoops, took away my scrap paper. Maybe as a reminder that I need to get a new piece out. It's nice and clean. New year, clean desktop, but I didn't do that. So anyway, okay. So that is the designer series paper we're going to play with today. And then I'm also going to use a little bit from this stamp set. Now, there's some really great images in here. We're not going to use those today because we're going to use some animals from the designer series paper, but I am going to use a couple of the sentiments. So it's a birthday stamp set, so it's hugely versatile for any cards you want to make into birthday cards. And this stamp set is one that I will be featuring for our online global retreat, which is coming up February 17th and 18th. It is online. It will showcase 4 different stamp sets. This is the one that I will be doing. There's 3 others. And it will be brought to you by demonstrators from the United States, Terry, Australia, we have Sarah, the UK, we have Louise, and myself, Connie, in Canada. So there's 4 of us that have gotten together to make this a truly global international event, and we're excited to bring this to you. This is our 3rd one, and we're really excited about it. So good morning, Donna, welcome. This is also one of the stamp sets that I will be featuring at my girls' getaway weekend, which is coming up February 24th, 26th. So online, February 17th and 18th, if you are not close to the Simcoe County area, shall we say, even from the GTA, you can come up here, but the retreat is in Stayner. It is at an awesome venue in Stayner, the Stayner Camp and Christian Retreat Center. And it is a full weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You'll have a whole 6-foot table to work on all weekend. I will do make and takes. I have a goodie bag with over $40 of product in it, other gifts and prizes. The accommodations are beautiful. The grounds are lovely if you want to go out for a walk and just enjoy some nature and wilderness. The meals, what can I say? The meals are awesome. So that is February 24th to 26th. It's my girls' getaway weekend. If you are on my mailing list, you've probably seen some emails about it, but I will be sending more. If you are not registered yet, you want to get registered to that. Good morning, Jeannie. You want to go? You know what, Jeannie? I so want you to come. Jeannie lives in Kentucky, so it's probably a little far to come just for a weekend, but we have been chatting. And one of these days, she and her hubby are going to bring their RV up to Canada, and we'll see if we can coordinate it all with one of my retreats on one of these lovely girls' getaway weekends that are so much fun. It's just a wonderful weekend that completely refreshes the soul and so good for us women to hang out together and craft and relax and not have to worry about meals for ourselves or the family or anything. No dishes. I like that part. Anyway, it's an awesome weekend. So hopefully some of you can join me. Some of you that are a little closer. Alrighty, let's do some crafting. So I have not actually put together any cards yet today. I was sort of playing with a few ideas and some things yesterday, but I didn't actually assemble anything. So here's what we have going on for the first one. Plain white card bases. I'm just starting with standard thick basic white. And then I mentioned we were going to use some of this pasture scene. So there is a piece of that. And this is garden green and pear pizzazz. So I'm going to put that onto a piece of pear pizzazz. And let's just get that onto there. Look at the back. Isn't that cute too? The trees and the cows and flowers. We're going to use some of this on the next card. So if you can't decide which side you like better and which one you want facing up, just make 2 cards, one on each side. It's a perfect solution. And that's kind of how I feel about that piece. Actually, the piece that I cut the animals out. What I have done, I have fussy cut some of the animals. So there's the cow and the sheep and some pigs. And as much as I love these guys, I think they're adorable. Look, on the back is that that plaid paper. And I love that plaid paper too. So that was a little bit difficult to chop that up, but I did it. Okay, I am going to bring in a piece of cardstock and hopefully I can get this to work. I will be honest, I have prepared one in advance just in case I really mess stuff up. But we're going to give it a go here so I can show you something a little bit new. Well, not necessarily new, but something a little different, something different from sort of the standard of what we do. So I'm using the It's the Best Day because it's your birthday stamp from the Best Day stamp set that we looked at earlier. And I'm stamping that in garden green onto a scrap of basic white cardstock. And then I am going to, oh, bad me, didn't look up the name of these punches. So this punch, I wonder if my catalog is at all handy. Somebody asked me about my lives. I said, you know what? I tried to plan and be ready. It doesn't always work out well. Sometimes I have to try and grab something. So here we go. Look, my catalog was handy. And so now I can double check the name of this punch because I'm sorry. Oh, hopefully it's in here. Yes, Label Me Lovely. See, I can never remember because the two that I'm using today are Label Me Lovely and Label Me Fancy. And I can never remember which one is which one. But anyway, this is Label Me Lovely, and it's the one we are using for this card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in here, and I'm not going to center my sentiment. I'm going to put it up with just a small border at the top. So it's not centered. You can see that it's not centered in the punch, but that's okay because I don't want it centered. Okay. And it didn't quite get all of this, but that's okay because we're going to chop that part off anyway. So then you want to grab a Post-it note or some sort of a little sticky bit that you can make a handle with. Okay, so now I have a handle on here and I am going to come in again and I'm going to put it down to the bottom and I'm going to, actually, you know what, I'm going to, don't get stuck. I'm going to put this off to the side just a little bit so that I can see how much I have at the top so I can kind of judge how much I want at the bottom. I want it to be similar. Okay, so I just get that centered in there with a small border at the bottom, and then I'm going to punch that. And now I have that punch in a smaller version. Okay, get all these scraps out of the way, and then I am going to grab a piece of Pear Pizzazz, and I'm going to punch the whole thing, and I'm going to leave it whole because now it will create a border. Okay, so often when we do borders like this with punches, we cut this back piece in half and make it larger. So this time we just reversed it and made the front smaller. And we could do that because when I first went to punch this out, I thought, oh my goodness, there's a lot of white space around that sentiment. It's not as big as the punch. And so I didn't want that much white space. So I decided to do it this way. And I thought, hey, that's something I haven't shared for a long time. So there you go. If you knew how to do that before, there's a reminder to use it. And if you didn't know how to do that before, hopefully you've learned a new little trick today. Okay, so I am just going to put this onto here, and then we'll give the card base a fold and burnish, a nice crease in that. We'll get this adhered. I always pull out white card bases when I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do because it's kind of safe, right? Whatever I end up putting on here, I always do this when I'm live. Look at how crooked that is. That is terrible. So again, here's the next script. Okay, And I know I've showed you this before because sadly I've had to do it before. Dental floss will pull this off. If you have used liquid glue, sometimes the dental floss doesn't work as well because it has adhered a little bit more, in which case you can just get out your heat tool. And if you heat it, you can pretty much always get it off. So anyway, but dental floss works well for the Stampin' Seal or tape runner. Okay, there we go. So I've put new tape runner everywhere. You don't have to. What I pulled off was still sticky, but I just like to, since I've sort of been touching it and manipulating it, I always tend to refresh it a little bit. So there we go. I think this will be better. There, much straighter. My border is far more even. And then I'm gonna use the cow and the sheep on here. Maybe I want the sheep up at the top because then I don't have some of the white as close together. And I think that I will use some liquid glue on these guys. I could pop them up, but because they have some little bits that could curl and stuff, I think I'm going to use some liquid glue. There. We'll just get him attached and a little bit of liquid glue on this cow's legs so they stay down. This cow looks like he's going to have a nice little, or we'll have them a nice little chew on this little tuft of grass here. Have a little snack. And then my sentiment, I will adhere with dimensionals. Sure. So we will put some dimensionals onto him. Oh, oh, oh. Did you hear that crash? I don't know if it came through or not. That was my little bucket of dimensional bits that hadn't been empty for a little while. So now I have little dimensional bits all over the floor. Okay, clean up on aisle 6. I don't know if anybody will come and do that. That will probably be my job for later. So just tilting this towards me so I can get that straight. So there we go. Look at that. And then, of course, some gems, right? Because aren't we all about the gems and jewels and the fun stuff like that? Let's see what we have going on here. I'm going to go back into some from some previous catalogs, I think. What do we want here? I don't know what we want. Okay, you know what? Maybe these brushed metallic. Do these go? They kind of coordinate very nicely, don't they? I like those. So we're just going to plunk some of these onto here. And look, I had cut the strip off for some reason, and now it's finished. Ta-da! It's always good. It's a good thing when you finish off a strip that's been covered. So there we go. Aren't they cute? I love them. Out in the pasture. Okay, so that is the first card. And I do have a second card, some similar elements. So again, I have a thick, basic white card base. A nice crease. And I have my Pear Pizzazz layer again. And this time what I've got is a smaller piece. So this is the back of the pasture. And then some Daffodil Delight, which is the color of these flowers here. And these two pieces together are the exact size that I want to border onto here. So to put them together, what I do is I have a strip of Pear Pizzazz that I am going to use in the middle, and I'm just going to put some tape runner all across there. And then now the only thing you just need to remember to turn it over because this sticky side is going to go down on your card. And then I just put this about halfway down. It doesn't have to be exact because do you do that too? You turn over your blank cardstock to glue it down. So it doesn't have to be exactly in the middle because it doesn't really matter, you know, how much is showing on each side. No one will know, right? There, it's just one piece now. And then I just take my paper snips and trim those pieces off the edge. And I know I have the exact right size because I had measured it to be the right size to create my border. I used to, I would try and put them onto the larger piece and sort of guesstimate where my borders should go. And that works too. But I just find this is really super easy to make one piece. And if you're doing it with ribbon, then you can wrap it around the back before you stick it down. So there we go. There is our background. And okay, what else do we have? Oh, a card base. I guess I should actually put it on a card base. Okay. Don't. Okay. And then this time, my cat is sitting well, he's sitting on my desk chair, which is kind of the space that I allow him when I'm crafting at this table. Like, just sit on the chair. But he's actually in the box of my supplies, but that's okay. I got them. Okay, so I'm going to bring in another scrap of basic white cardstock. And this time I'm going to use the wishing you all the wishes sentiment. And I'm just going to stamp that on there. I'm using Garden Green again, which is just a beautiful, rich, deep green. It's green of green. It's a beautiful nature green. Okay, and this time I am going to punch with this one because this sentiment is even smaller than the other one. Okay. There we go. And this time I had cut, so we were talking last time about how you often do your border with, two pieces and you cut them in half and extend them. So that's what I did here. I was kind of looking at this thinking, I'm not sure I like that look. I'm not sure that really works for me. So I cut a second one this direction. And here I have an extra one so we can look at them both together. And I put this out the ends. And I was thinking I kind of like the look of this better than this. This one you would have to trim, I think, just because it looks a little bit awkward getting larger out the sides. But I'm thinking rather than that, I'm just going to set all of that aside and I'm going to do it this way. Now these pieces are a little larger than I need. So I'm just going to trim a little bit of these edges off so I can make sure that they don't show. If you stick them down and you are completely accurate, they wouldn't show, but I just want to trim them. It creates a little bit of safety. And then I'm just going to put a very fine bit of glue on here. You can use liquid glue or tape runner, whatever you prefer. And then I'm just going to stick this down about there. I'm just creating a little border on the end again to frame my sentiment. The beauty, of course, of the liquid glue notice that it does give you a moment to just pick it up and have a look straight on, since I tend to get things crooked when I'm working on camera just because I'm sort of working at funny angles. And then very carefully on the back, just press straight down so that you don't move it again once you've decided where you want it. And this time we'll use the little piggies. Maybe we'll put the piggies down here on the yellow so you can really see them. And then I was thinking of the sentiment in the middle, kind of like that. So we'll go ahead and put this guy together. Cows and pigs have been my daughter's favorite animals ever since she was little. So when I saw this paper, it was like, oh my goodness, I have to get that. Laura will love it. So I'll be using that to make her a card or two in the next little while. Put a couple dimensionals onto this. And then put that into the middle. Straight, straight. There we go. And then I think I have these gems. Maybe we'll use some of these guys again. Only have 2 more of those little guys. Oh my goodness. Time for a new pack of them. But we'll use oh, I wonder if these copper ones might work on here. Not so much with yellow gold. No, I think the green's probably still the best. I do like those colors. What do we want to do here? We will do this, and then I could even do this. I'm not going to want that one. We'll see in a moment. Oh, I have gem hesitation yet again. So I do like those on there. Don't know that I need this on here. I think I might pull him off, stick him back onto my fingernail, onto there for another card. Maybe just like that. There we go. So there is our second card. How are we doing for time? Oh, almost at the half hour, but we're there. We're in there. So there are the 2 cards. Get my scissors out of the way for you, and I will come back and join you. There we go. So there you have it. A day on the farm. Isn't it fun paper? I love it. I can't wait to work with that sheet that is a full 12 by 12 scene of farmland. Anyway, lots of fun. And as I say, you can get this paper. You can select it as your free item with a $60 order. And if you would like to just head on over to my online store and put an order in for that, that would be awesome. Maybe you'd like to select this, or there's lots of other awesome products, some of which I've been showing you, and I will continue to show you more as we go. So, oh, I need my glasses. Jeannie's made a comment, and I can't read the fine print way down there. As I say, oh no, that's I want to go. Okay, that's an old comment. I saw that. Alrighty. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you are watching the replay of this on YouTube and you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I'd love for you to head over to Great Stamping with Connie on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. That'll help me share these videos with more people with common interests, crafting, people that love paper crafting and card making. So thank you so much for joining me this morning. Have an awesome day, and we will see you all again really soon. Bye for now.